Hey there, folks. Welcome back to Accountability Now, the channel where we're always betting against the odds and going all in on personal growth and development. Today, we've got something special in store for you. We're diving deep into Michael Lewis's The Big Short and breaking down each chapter to uncover the powerful lessons hidden within this financial thriller. Chapter 1. Exotic Objects. In Chapter 1, titled Exotic Objects, we're introduced to the world of exotic financial instruments. It's like trying to understand a foreign language, right? But as they say, the devil is in the details. As I read through this chapter, one quote stood out. In finance, until something goes wrong, everyone thinks they're fine. Chapter 2, Liar's Poker. Chapter 2, Liar's Poker, takes us inside the world of Wall Street, where the game is all about bluffing and making deals. Lewis writes, "The key to the game is someone else's mistake." Isn't that a lesson in itself? Don't miss out on this chapter's insights. Chapter 3, The Fat Tail. The Fat Tail, Chapter 3, teaches us about the concept of fat tail distributions. As Lewis puts it, the fat tail is what you don't know. Remember, in life and business, it's crucial to prepare for the unexpected. Chapter 4, Too Big to Fail. Chapter 4, Too Big to Fail, explores the concept of institutions that become so massive they're deemed untouchable. Here's a quote that'll stick with you. When you have to ask how much it costs, you can't afford it. Powerful, isn't it? Chapter 5, A Monstrous Bubble. In Chapter 5 reminds us that even the most significant bubbles can burst. Lewis notes, "The markets go up and down, and history shows they always will." Let's learn from history. Chapter 6, The AIG Rescue. This chapter is all about the government stepping in to rescue a failing giant. One quote that speaks volumes is, "Sometimes the only thing that saves us from ourselves is ourselves." Chapter 7, The Fly in the Ointment. In Chapter 7, we encounter unexpected obstacles. Lewis writes, "The world is a fragile place, and sometimes all it takes is one tiny event to bring everything crashing down." Chapter 8, How to Harvest a Migrant Farm Worker. Chapter 8 explores the role of migrant labor in the financial system. It's a reminder that every part of the system matters. As the book says, the invisible hand is blind. Chapter 9, The Long-Term Capital Market. The long-term capital market delves into the story of long-term capital management. A standout quote is, "Risk means more things can happen than will happen." Keep that in mind as we navigate the world of finance. Chapter 10, Tulips and Orchids. Chapter 10 draws parallels between financial bubbles and historical events like the tulip mania. Lewis remarks, "History may not repeat itself, but it sure does rhyme." Chapter 11, The Duke Brothers. The Duke Brothers introduces us to the eccentric world of investors. A valuable quote from this chapter is, "It takes courage to be a pig." Let's explore the bold moves of these investors. Chapter 12, How to Make and Lose $100 million. Chapter 12 takes us through the roller coaster of success and failure. One lesson from this chapter is, success is born from adversity. Chapter 13, The People Who Saw It Coming. The People Who Saw It Coming introduces us to those who predicted the financial crisis. Lewis writes, "The truth has a way of leaking out. Let's learn from those who had the foresight." Chapter 14, The Vampire Squid. Chapter 14, The Vampire Squid, dives into the infamous Goldman Sachs. A quote that'll make you think is, "The world doesn't really belong to us. We just rent it from our children." Chapter 15, On the Beach. On the Beach takes us to the front lines of the financial crisis. Remember this, in times of crisis, true leadership shines. Chapter 16, Woe Is the Servicer. Chapter 16 uncovers the challenges faced by mortgage servicers. Lewis writes, "Every crisis is an opportunity in disguise." Let's find the opportunities in adversity. Chapter 17, Iceland. In Chapter 17, explores the financial meltdown in Iceland. A memorable quote is, "When the tide goes out, you see who's been swimming naked." Are you prepared for the unexpected? Chapter 18. The Second Tsunami. Chapter 18 reminds us that crises can come in waves. Lewis writes, "You can't wait for a crisis to become evident. Be proactive in your decisions." Chapter 19. The Mystery Guest. The Mystery Guest. Chapter 19 introduces us to the unexpected players in the financial crisis. A quote to ponder is, "Success requires recognizing the hidden opportunities." Chapter 20. Paulson's Gamble. Chapter 20 takes us through a pivotal moment in the crisis. Remember this. In the face of uncertainty, bold moves can lead to extraordinary results. Chapter 21. The Bet of a Lifetime. In Chapter 21, teaches us about seizing opportunities. Lewis writes, "Fortunes are made by waiting, not rushing. Patience and strategy are key." Chapter 22. The End of Wall Street. In the final chapter, The End of Wall Street, we see the aftermath of the financial crisis. A powerful quote to conclude, "In every crisis, there's an opportunity for rebirth." Accountability lessons. Now that we've journeyed through The Big Short, let's extract 3 key accountability lessons. Stay informed. Just as the characters in the book sought to understand complex financial instruments, stay informed about your goals and challenges. Adapt and be bold. Embrace change and be willing to make bold moves when the opportunity arises, just like the protagonist did. Recognize hidden opportunities. Just as the crisis revealed hidden opportunities for some, keep an eye out for potential in unexpected places. Leadership takeaways. For our leaders out there, here are 3 leadership takeaways. Transparency. In times of crisis, transparency is crucial. Be open with your team and stakeholders about challenges and strategies. Bold decision-making. Don't shy away from making bold decisions when needed. Courageous leaders can lead their teams through uncertainty, learning from history. As the book suggests, history can teach us valuable lessons. Study past successes and failures to make informed decisions. Remember, we're all on this journey together, and by applying these lessons, we can create a brighter future. Thank you for joining us on this epic journey through The Big Short. If you enjoyed this video and found value in these insights, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe for more inspiring content. And as always, stay all in and keep saying, "Let's go to your dreams." Until next time, keep betting against the odds, everyone.